What's going on, dudes and dudettes? It's Pip Surfer with another daily update for the Cowabunga system. Today's Tuesday, August 31st, 2010. Hope y'all are doing great, and I'm just going to jump right into today's update because there's a lot of stuff to go over. Interesting, this will be a very good learning day. So if you're tuning in, you picked the perfect time to check out the videos, because this is a video that will probably be kind of confusing, but at the same time hopefully answer some questions that may not have popped up before. Alright, so let's get into it. First, I'm going to look at my 4-hour chart for the cable, move it back to before midnight so you can see what it looked like. And so here we go, and you can see yesterday I was saying that a trend change candle formed for a downtrend, and that trend stayed in place until the beginning of our session today. So therefore at the start of our day we were only looking for short trades, and if I move through today's action, you can see obviously it was bearish the whole day. No new trend change candles during our trading session, therefore we looked for short trades the entire day. So that's pretty much what happened as far as the trend. It was down the entire day, and so therefore we only looked for short trades the whole time. So here we go. Here's my chart. I'm moving it back, my 15-minute chart. I'm moving it back to before midnight. You can see this 11:45 candle. Excuse me, my cell phone is going off. And actually, so you can see it was a crossover. It looks to be a valid signal. However, this is at 11:45, so it opened at 11:45, so it doesn't count as a trade because our session doesn't officially begin until midnight. So no trade there. Just wanted to point that out. But before we begin trading, we do want to take a look at our news events for the day. So you can go to babypips.com, click on the Tools tab. It's going to automatically bring up the news events for the day, and today is August 31st. So we're looking for news that affects the sterling or the dollar. So under this currency column, we're looking for anything that says GBP or USD. And we only want to see news that will have a possibility of impacting the market. So under impact, we want to make sure they have at least 2 dots and 3 dots. If it has just 1 dot, then it's not really that significant and we won't pay attention to it. So here we go. We're looking at the currency column, and at 4:30 we do have a few UK reports. And you can see that 3 of them have 2 dots. So 4:30, that time right there is the time to watch out for. So I'm just going to jot that down to let us know that there's a news event coming out there, because I don't want to be in the market during that time. And then so 4:30, and then I continue to move down. And then if we go down, let's see, at 9 a.m. the U.S. had the S&P Case-Shiller home price. Again, this is 2 dots. So I do want to mark this down as a news event to watch out for. 9:45 we have Chicago PMI, again 2 dots, so I'm going to mark that down as well. And then 10 o'clock we had the consumer confidence for the US, again 2 dots, so I'm going to mark that down also. And then if we go down to 2 p.m., this is outside of our trading session, but it's always good to make a note of, and it's the FOMC meeting minutes, and 3 dots because that is usually high significance there. So you want to mark that down as well. Just to have, again, even if it's outside of our trading session, perhaps you might be in a trade, holding on to a trade, and you know it's coming around 2 o'clock, so then you know that you should probably get out if you're still in a trade. Alright, so quite a few news events: 4:30, 9, 9:45, 10, and then that 2 p.m. report. So I'm just jotting that down in a notepad. You can do the same thing or set some kind of alert to let you know when those news events are coming out. And so now we're ready to begin our day. So I'm going to move my chart forward 1 candle at a time, give you my thought process along the way, and hopefully it'll get you to start thinking the way that I think when it comes to trading the system. So let's just get to it. And we're looking for short trades here. So here we get a crossover at 1 a.m. RSI is below 50. Stochastics just crosses barely. MACD is positive and losing value, so this is a valid entry. Now it closes at 1:15. Our news event isn't until 4:30, so we have plenty of time there. So we want to enter at the close of the candle or as close to it as possible. In this case, it's 54.55. Our stop would be at the most recent swing high, which is at 54.65. Our nearest 50 or 0 level for our target would be right at 54.50. So that's like 5 pips there. So again, that's not much of a profit. So at this case, we would go for the same amount of pips we're risking, which oddly enough, the amount that we're risking on this trade is very small. Actually, it's only 10 pips. So even if we went for the same amount of pips we were risking, it still would not be worth our time to trade. So this doesn't happen too often, but in this case, something like this happens. What you want to do here is just simply go for the next zero level, and 0 or 50 level, and that in this case would be 5400. All right, so again, just to recap, when the nearest 50 level is too small and the same amount of pips you're risking is too small, then go for the next 0 or 50 level as your target. All right, so that doesn't happen often. Again, that's why I said this video might answer some questions that have never popped up before, but that's a good one to remember. All right, so now here we go. We're just going to watch the trade, and it does continue to move down, and it does end up hitting our target at 3. Now price doesn't make a clean break, so what we're going to do here is just go ahead and exit at this level, and you just want to get out as close to it as possible. In this case, it closed at 5402, so I just exited right there, and mark that down in your books and continue to move on. So a good win for us there, and we're just going to continue to watch the markets. Now here's 415, there's 430 candle, news candle. Alright, so shortly after we do get another crossover to the short side, RSI's below 50, stochastics trending down. MACD was positive and losing value, so this is another valid entry. Our next news event isn't until 9, so we have plenty of time again to trade. So we're going to end at the close of the candle at 54.12. Our stop will be at the most recent swing high, which is at 54.51. Our nearest 0.50 level is at 5400, only gives us about 12 pips of potential profit, not including the spread. So again, in this case, we want to go for the same amount of pips we're risking on the trade. And so to figure that out, you just simply take your stop at 54.51, subtract it from your entry at 54.12. You get a difference of 39 pips. And so now you just subtract that from your entry. So it'd be 54.12 minus 39. You get a target at 53.73. All right. And so now you can just let the trade move forward. We're just going to continue to watch it, and our target does get hit here. It does make a clean break, so we're going to move our stop to 53.73 and set our target for the next 0 or 50 level, which would be at 53.50. All right, close enough there. All right, so then we're watching it, and unfortunately in the very next candle we do get stopped at 53.73. So we're just going to mark that again in the books and continue to watch for more trades. Alright, there's the 8:30 candle. So now we're just continuing to watch it. Still looking for short trades. So there's 10:45. Now we're already past all our news events. This closes at 11, so not much trading window there, but it's still a valid entry because RSI is below 50. Stochastics trending down. MACD was positive and losing value, so it is a valid entry. So we're going to end at the close of the candle at 53.69. Our stop will be at the most recent swing high at 54.12. And our nearest 0.50 level is at 53.50. So this gives us about 19 pips of potential profit, which is good enough. So we will watch it. And again, if it goes past noon, then I'll use my discretion to exit. And our target does get hit on the next candle. It makes a clean break. So at this point, we're going to move our stop to 53.50 and set our next target for 5300. And you can see, unfortunately, on the very next candle, we do get stopped out. So 3 trades, 3 wins today. It was a good day, and hopefully you learned some stuff today, because it was kind of a different day, so to speak, because we had a scenario pop up that usually doesn't happen. So hopefully you gained something out of it. But again, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. I know there's a lot of stuff going on. I'll try my best to answer them, and that pretty much rounds up the day. So hope you all have a great day, and I'll see you all on the next update. Cowabunga, dudes.